Hi everyone, Jacqueline here. So today I'm going to show you how I plant up my pots. This is for the front steps and how I keep them lightweight so that I can move them around, because these large pots, you can see how big this is. This is a good 28-30 inches high. They are so heavy when they are filled. And I've ran into issues with this before where I've had them on the front steps. I've filled them completely up with soil, and then I've had to move them and literally could not move it. And I think I was running into an issue where I was having furniture delivered and I could not move these pots off the step to get the door open because I have a small front step for the furniture to come in. So this time I'm going to be a little bit smarter, and I've done this before. You can do this with pop cans, pop bottles, bubble wrap. You can put a bunch of pots in them and use them. But this method that I'm doing, I like better than all of that. So what I'm using is a regular planter pot and something that fits the base of this quite nicely. So I put one in just in the center that covers the holes, and I've got drainage holes on the bottom of this container, and that will cover it and still allow moisture to go through and drain out. And then what I'm doing, and this is something different, is I'm going to take a pool noodle. You can see here I have these beautiful pool noodles, and we're going to put this in and around the first pot. So if a pot is smaller, you may have to cut this, but what I do is I just shove this in, put that there, and then I take another one of these pots and I put that on top. So now it's going to rest on the pool noodle. And then I put another pool noodle around that. So we're really reducing the amount of soil that is needed to do this container. And I like to try to get this fairly tight around the center here. So you can maneuver this noodle a bit to get tighter. We're still filling the area up. And then when you have it like that, then you can put your soil on top. So you see there's still drainage here and in the pot below, and then there's a bit of gap here. So you're not going to use as much soil, and this is going to easily fill. And we're going to do two of these pots, one this size and one a bit smaller. There, that makes it really, really light. So now we can haul these to the front step and add the soil and plant them up. So that's my solution for creating lightweight, large pots. I've seen so many different ways of doing this, and to me, buying cheap pool noodles, and you can get different sizes and thicknesses at the dollar store, is the way to go, and then just reusing your old pots. All right, the containers are filled with a light potting mix, specifically for containers. I'm using the Vigoro on these. And then I mix some of my triple mix in there, so I've got the two different types. And as we go along, I'll share with you what plants I'm putting in them. The idea here is to have the high one center plant right here, and then that one, the smaller container, will have lower level plants in it, as in they won't have the tall centerpiece. So we're just going to add some fertilizer to it, some slow release. I just bought a new jug of it, so I'll just scatter that in there. So the first thing we're going to start with is a calla. You can see here, this is a white with a bit of pink on it calla, and that's our centerpiece. So I guess that's our thriller, if you want to do the thriller, filler and spiller thing. So I'm going to put that actually at the back of the arrangement because you're only looking at this really from the front. So we're just going to turn this around so that the flowers that are there right now face out. There, you can see that. And then we'll just push that in. And this is an arrangement that is going to be a lot of pinks are going to be in this. So this is an arrangement that's going to have a lot of pinks in it. We're going to add a bubblegum, Proven Winners flower in there. And this is bubblegum and this is Vista Silverberry. We're going to put these in there. We're then going to add two different types of verbena. Both beautiful. These are just 4 for $12 at Walmart. They had really nice verbena this year. And then we're just going to pick off anything that's already spent. I'm then going to add an elderberry cream, just to give us a hint of purple cream and a little bit of the lavender. Bubblegum back a little bit. There we go. That's better. There. And we're just going to slant that a bit. Make sure we got everything filled really nice. And then for this container, we're going to add a dichondra to spill out here. This is the dichondra we're going to use. This is the first time I had success finding dichondra. I've always wanted to use it, and I never have any luck where it gets sold out. And actually Home Depot had some this year and so did Dutch. So that was a win. So now we're going to do my smaller container, which is a few inches shorter. This is probably a 26 versus a 28-inch pot. We're not putting any thriller in the center because we want the dichondra to hang over and show in the container above. So we're going to start with a bubblegum petunia, and that's really going to be one of the feature plants because these will just take off and go wild and spread all over. And then we'll add a cream elderberry. And we're going to put this one actually more toward the center. And then just for the fun of it, we're going to add an oregano because it's going to bloom little purple flowers. And this one is going to be our spiller. There you go. Now to add a touch of whimsy, I have a big topiary rabbit here, and I'm just going to put that on the step in between the pots. Let's have a close look now at what we built here for a container. So we've got the calla lily there. We have Supertunia silverberry, Supertunia bubblegum. We have just plain verbenas, and I like the plain verbenas. I use them every year. I don't need a superbena or anything like that. We got two different colors there. We have the elderberry cream there, and then we have the dichondra here. I think that makes for a really pretty arrangement when it fills in. On the bottom one, we didn't put our centerpiece in, which is our thriller. We have more verbena in this one. So we have the pink verbena. We have kind of a lavender verbena. We have the elderberry cream in the center, Supertunia bubblegum at the back, and then we have the oregano here, which I think is going to be really pretty. So I think that's a nice arrangement. And then over here, we have our 12-inch topiary rabbit. So that is what that looks like on my front steps. I need to add a wreath and a mat, and I can't find my darn mat. So when I find the mat, I will put up a wreath and the mat, and we'll finish this color coordination. I think it'll be really nice, but for now, that's a really good start, and I have them all planted. So this is carrying on my pink theme that I've been doing in the garden, in my containers along the driveway, and I think this will complement what's in the driveway very well and draw the eye in. And the rabbit is really just for fun. Every year I like to add something for fun, a touch of whimsy, and the rabbit is it this year. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.